Yeah, so the report, I mean, one of the objectives is to for it to act as a bit of a guide for SME businesses in terms of their own ESG strategies, and presumably it highlights, as you've given the examples there, the advantages of ESG, and I believe also, I mean, because everyone always thinks these things cost money rather than saves, but I think in the report it does highlight that you can actually help drive revenues as opposed to being a cost. Is that right?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we've got responsibility as an industry, right? We've when you look at the statistics out there, the IT industry, I think, is now overtaken the airline industry in terms of its impact on the environment. So, but obviously, technology has a huge part to play in the evolution of society, and there's a lot of positive aspects of technology that we need to embrace. But what we can't do is sort of give with one hand and take even more with the other, right? And I think it's about getting that balance. And I think if we can start getting the mindset of making those sort of incremental changes, and if everybody in that value chain does their little bit, it equates to something big. And so at Nebula, we're very much of the mindset of, we can't do this on our own, guys. We're bringing some ideas and some fresh ideas into the market, and hopefully that'll be well received. Um, but we're not going to charge you for those things. That's a value add, and that's something that we want our business to be aligned to. The old ways of consuming technology have gone. We can't be precious minerals around where we're putting things to landfill. We've talked about that for a number of years now, but I think it goes beyond that now. I think it goes beyond. We need to put the mechanisms in place where people are happy to have a laptop for longer than 3 years. That the laptop might be lasting 7 years, and actually that laptop might be swapped out for another refurbished laptop during that period. So we've got this. It's almost like when I was growing up in the 70s and 80s, you just made do, and you made do and mend, right? You had this. So sustainability isn't new. We just forgot how to be sustainable in probably in the last 30 years. So I think we need to go back to that way of sort of, when something's broken, it can be mended. But where we've been in an industry where it's been very vendor led in the past, and that whole channel mechanism is on a 3 year refresh cycle of bringing new product into that refresh. They want to get rid of the old. That those days have gone. So vendors are now having to pivot their business to say, okay, we need to very much align to what the end client's demanding, what outcomes they're demanding. And I think that's now those vendors that are sort of leading the way and understanding the need more of a refurbished market. They need those sort of product life cycles to be extended. Um, the need consumption of tech needs to be done with it in a more responsible manner, where the elements of that tech is sourced needs to be more responsible. So I think we're very early on the journey, and from the large vendors are very early on that journey themselves, because the manufacturing aspects of technology is another ball game altogether, right? So, but that's where it starts. That's where the process starts. So we all have our part to play, but it's all relative to the size of business we are.